Okay, let's get into this. For this deep dive, we're looking at a really fascinating narrative from the book of Judges, chapter 17.
Mm.
And it's just uh, this incredible blueprint for how something like faith, something meant to be a public service, can just collapse into a family business.
Right, and that's the core question here, isn't it? What happens when this big communal idea gets shrunk down to being all about personal gain?
Yeah, totally. The story kicks off with a man named Micah. He's in the hill country of Ephraim. And it begins with what seems like a moral act.
It does. He returns 1,100 pieces of silver he'd stolen from his own mother.
So, a good deed, you'd think. But this is where it gets strange.
Instantly. His mother, instead of being grateful, she takes 200 of those pieces of silver, and she hires an artisan
To do what?
to make a carved image and a molten image. And the wildest part is she dedicates these idols in the name of the Lord.
Wait, what? So she uses the name of God to dedicate idols made from stolen, then returned money.
That's the one. It's chaos from the very beginning.
And Micah just runs with it. He doesn't stop there.
No, he doubles down. He sets up his own shrine right there in his house. He has an ephod, some idols, and then he makes one of his sons the priest.
A completely private DIY religion.
Exactly. And the text frames this perfectly with that famous line, in those days there was no king in Israel.
Everyone did what was right in his own eyes.
Right. There are no rules, no customs. It's all just personal preference.
But even Micah knows his setup is, I guess, a little amateur. He wants an upgrade.
Yeah, he's looking for some professional legitimacy. And then he just happens to run into a young Levite from Judah.
A real professional clergy member.
Yep, just wandering around, looking for a place to stay, looking for work. And Micah sees an opportunity.
A business opportunity.
Absolutely. He basically offers him a job on the spot, 10 pieces of silver a year, plus clothes and food.
To be his father and priest. He's hiring a spiritual guide for his household.
And when the Levite agrees, we finally see Micah's real motivation. It's so clear.
What does he say?
He says, "Now I know that the Lord will prosper me, because I have a Levite as priest."
Wow. So the priest isn't a guide, he's an insurance policy.
He's an insurance policy.
Right.
God becomes a business connection, a way to guarantee a good outcome for the family.
And that idea, that's just so at odds with what worship is supposed to be. I mean, the original Greek word for liturgy, liturgia.
It literally means public service.
A public service.
Exactly. It's meant to be open for everyone concerned with the well-being of the whole community, not just one guy's private interests.
So the sources are saying that this shift from liturgia to, well, family business is the real beginning of the rot, the decay.
That's the moment. It's when everyone's God becomes my God, and my God is just a tool to get what I want.
So for you listening, this ancient story gives us a way to talk about why things sometimes fall apart. It shows what happens when we reduce these big communal efforts to just self-serving tools.
So here's the final thought to leave you with. Think about other parts of our world today. It could be education or community groups or even government. Where do we see this same risk? Where does something meant to be a public service start to get warped because it's driven only by the private interests of a few people?